Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. I'm Emily.
And I am Lisa. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. It is Wednesday, April 1st, 2026.
Did you fall for any pranks this morning?
I almost did. My roommate told me there was a pop-up penguin cafe opening down the street, and I literally looked up the address before she started laughing.
A penguin cafe does sound like something that could actually exist in 2026.
Right? Everything is so weird now that you can't even tell the difference.
Well, I can promise you that today's stories are 100% real. We've got a jaw-dropping new amusement park ride, a billion-dollar deal that just fell apart, and an art exhibition that has been 7 years in the making.
The third one has me especially excited. Some of the most famous paintings in Western history are involved.
But first, if you are new here, welcome. Every day we take real-world news and turn it into a natural English conversation.
It is perfect for your listening practice, so please subscribe and join our community.
Today's keyword is masterpiece.
Masterpiece? Like the greatest work of someone's career?
Exactly. A work of outstanding artistry, skill, or craftsmanship. And it's going to take on a very different meaning in each of today's stories.
I'm intrigued. Let's dive in.
Topic 1. Lisa, have you ever been to an amusement park in Utah?
I have not, actually. Are there even big roller coasters out there?
There are now. A park called Lagoon just opened a brand new ride over the weekend called the Nutcracker.
Wait, like the ballet? That does not sound scary at all.
That is the funny part. It's a scream and swing ride that stands over 100 feet tall and hits speeds up to nearly 70 miles per hour.
Okay, that sounds absolutely terrifying. Why would you name something so intense after a Christmas ballet?
Because right in the center, there's a 50-foot Nutcracker figure named Hans, and he stares directly at you while you swing past.
So you are flying through the air at ridiculous speeds and a giant wooden soldier is making eye contact with you. No thank you.
People who have already ridden it love it, though. Lagoon held a preview event, and one employee said it was intense, but so fun, and another described it as incredibly smooth.
At those speeds? I would not know because my eyes would be squeezed shut the entire time.
The ride lasts almost 2 minutes, and you swing higher and higher until you're about 150 feet above the ground.
That is absolutely insane.
Right? The park's director said it matches the height of their Sky Coaster and almost the same speed as their coaster Cannibal.
I've heard of that one. That thing has a drop angle that makes your stomach leave your body. So this is in the same league?
Same league. It was built by S&S Worldwide and replaced Jetstar 2, an old coaster they retired last year. Wow, out with the old, in with a giant swinging Nutcracker. Quite the upgrade. It really does feel like an engineering masterpiece. Giant swings, smooth rides, and a huge Nutcracker watching your every move. A masterpiece that makes you scream your lungs out. I like it. Moving to topic 2, this one is about a creation that did not exactly turn into a masterpiece. Now I am curious, what happened? OpenAI just announced they are shutting down Sora, their standalone AI video generation app. Seriously? That was only launched last fall. The company put out a farewell statement, but the app is done. The problem started right out of the gate when people could create videos using famous characters and actors without any permission.
Oh, I remember that chaos. Hollywood went ballistic. Studios and actors had zero control over their own intellectual property.
OpenAI had to backtrack within days, adding control so studios and talent could protect their IP. And now the standalone app is being shut down entirely. AI video will still exist inside ChatGPT, but Sora as its own thing is finished. So much for the revolution. But wait, didn't Disney have a big deal with OpenAI? Spot on. Disney signed a massive deal with OpenAI last December. They pledged to invest $1 billion and license their characters for use in Sora.
$1 billion? And they wanted to put Disney characters into AI-generated video?
The actual goal was to integrate the technology into Disney Plus. Imagine generating custom Disney content on the platform.
That sounds either incredible or like a massive intellectual property disaster.
We will never know because Disney is now walking away from the entire deal. Just like that, $1 billion partnership gone? Gone. A Disney spokesperson said they respect OpenAI's decision and appreciated the collaboration. What a beautifully polite way of saying, we just watched our investment evaporate. The article describes Sora as ending up as a footnote rather than a game-changing piece of software. Ouch, a footnote. So instead of a groundbreaking masterpiece, Sora is just a by the way in AI history. And with Sora gone, Google is now the biggest US player in AI video generation. True, though the Chinese tech companies are moving incredibly fast in this space too. No monopoly just yet. Exactly, but it goes to show not everything that looks like a masterpiece at first glance actually turns out to be one. True, a billion-dollar lesson, really. And that brings us to our final story. We are going from a failed masterpiece to some very real ones. The Metropolitan Museum of Art just opened a landmark exhibition called Raphael Sublime Poetry.
Raphael? The Renaissance master? The man behind the School of Athens?
The very same. It is the first comprehensive Raphael exhibition ever in the US, with over 170 works from museums worldwide. Over 170 pieces in one place? That must have taken ages to organize. 7 years. The curator, Carmen Bombach, spent 7 years putting this together. She called it an extraordinary chance to reframe her understanding of Raphael. 7 years of negotiating loans between museums across different countries? That is a masterpiece of logistics alone. The show traces his entire career. Born in 1483 in Urbino, then Florence, where his peers were Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, then Rome, where he became the go-to artist for the papal court.
Imagine being considered an equal to Leonardo and Michelangelo. That is insane.
And he was painting the Vatican walls at the same time Michelangelo was painting the ceiling. The Sistine Chapel ceiling and Raphael's frescoes happening at the same time? That building must have been the most creative place on Earth. It really was. The exhibition even includes preparatory drawings for those Vatican frescoes, including studies for the School of Athens.
Oh, I love when museums show the process. Seeing the sketches before the final painting is like getting a behind-the-scenes pass to genius at work.
There's also a special reunion. The Colonna altarpiece is displayed as a complete ensemble for the first time in centuries after its pieces were scattered in the 1600s. Wait, parts of a single altarpiece were separated for hundreds of years, and now they're finally back together in one room? Exactly. Plus, heavyweight loans like the Alba Madonna from the National Gallery and the portrait of Balthazar Castiglione from the Louvre.
I thought they barely let anything leave that building. If they're lending pieces, this must be a huge deal.
It is. And Raphael died at just 37. His work shaped Western art for centuries, and he did it all before 40. He wasn't even 40. That's what makes it even more powerful. A life cut short, but a legacy that will never fade. He truly defined the word masterpiece. Not a footnote, not a billion-dollar bet, just pure, timeless genius.
Now that is what I call a masterpiece. I'm genuinely moved.
What a journey today. From Utah to Silicon Valley to the Vatican, all through the lens of one word.
Masterpiece? It really can mean so many different things, can it not?
Exactly. Let's do a quick keyword review. Today's word was masterpiece, a work of outstanding artistry, skill, or craftsmanship, something created at the highest level.
And today we saw 3 completely different versions of it: an engineering marvel, a tech dream that collapsed, and timeless Renaissance genius.
So, next time you hear the word masterpiece, remember it is not just about paintings in a museum. It could be a roller coaster, a piece of software, or anything made with extraordinary skill. Or a 50-foot wooden soldier swinging at 70 miles per hour. Or that. Now, we have a small request for you. We want to keep bringing you the topics you love, so please tell us what caught your attention today. Which story interested you the most? A. The giant Nutcracker swinging at 70 miles per hour. B. Sora shutting down after just a few months. Or C. Raphael's genius before the age of 40. Personally, I'm going with C. I cannot stop thinking about the fact that he did all of that before turning 40. Lisa, which one for you? Definitely A for me. The image of Hans staring you down at 70 miles per hour is stuck in my head forever. Now it is your turn. Drop A, B, or C in the comments right now. Any language is totally fine, and even just an emoji works. If you enjoyed today's chat, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss us. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone, and watch out for April Fool's pranks. Bye! Unless this whole episode was a prank. It was not, I promise.